Welcome to another Draw With Me session. I want these videos to be cozy and relaxing, and if you're in need of inspiration or just don't know what to draw, then I hope this video will help you just to get started. I have a sticker here. This is one of the stickers I made. I love DJI. I mean, this camera made me start filming again, or is it distracting? I don't know, we'll see. So I think today we're gonna make a video with the symmetry function again. If you're struggling with perfectionism, then maybe this is a gentle exercise to just get you started. So we're gonna start. I usually use a 3000 by 3000 pixel canvas, and we're set the canvas to Symmetry. I'd love to sketch with a dry ink brush. I pick a color of my choice. Today it's a very beautiful day again. I mean, since March started, it has been sunshine, blue skies. So today I'm feeling like maybe yellow-ish. If I don't know what to draw, I just start with like flowy kind of figures, like maybe circles or half circles, and I just let my pencil or Apple Pencil brush go just wherever it goes. Actually, I'm not thinking too much. I just see whatever feels right. Now I see like it's starting to look like a butterfly. So maybe we can make a butterfly. Butterflies. It's funny though, mostly when you're drawing or when I'm drawing something and I see something familiar in my sketch, and then I draw something that I think an object or an animal looks like, but it's mostly my imagination. And then what helps me lately is that I'm gonna have reference. So I search images of a butterfly, and then I see like a whole lot different in real life than it is in my imagination. So it helps me a lot to have a reference picture image and then try to really see what's on the image and not like filling in what I think it looks like in real life. It helps me creating like different styles and not just keeping stuck in my own imagination kind of thing. We're making a butterfly here. Butterfly, my imagination, I'm not gonna use a reference now because we're just freely sketching. A butterfly has these antennae. I don't know how you call them in English. And maybe it has like a cute... Nice thing about just freely sketching is that it doesn't have to look like reality, and that makes it more freely and just easy. Maybe not easy, but more freeing to just sketch. I'm not really thinking about how it should look like, but more I'm just tuning into my feeling, and then I'm just keep drawing. Since we're gonna make a pattern, we'll keep it easy this time. We want to make a seamless pattern, and that's why we're gonna check off these corners, because then when we're moving the canvas, it takes the entire canvas from corner to corner and not just the thing you draw on this layer. Since we're drawing symmetry, it still takes the center line, so it doesn't really matter. But if you're not drawing symmetry, it's good to have the corners checked so you can drag the entire canvas, if that makes sense. So let's duplicate this one, and we're gonna drag this layer to the left and to the right. And then there's two options. We can group these layers together and start drawing here, or we can move them, duplicate again, we can move them to the top and down to have a more open space here to create something, another butterfly probably. Group the layers together and then we can erase the middle part. These were the corners. So now we're sketching here, it overlaps and it creates a seamless pattern, and this is one of the simplest ways to create a seamless pattern here in Procreate. So let's start another sketch. I'm thinking about a butterfly again. But it doesn't have to look like a butterfly. You can sketch anything because it's your life. You can decide what you're gonna create. It's just for you. Now I realize butterflies, they have like some kind of body. We'll sketch it right in. And we can come back to the other bigger butterfly to add the body there as well. So we can see like here is and here are like gaps we want to fill in. So we're gonna do that with some simple symbols. How do you say, like simple forms? Shapes is what I'm looking for. So we're gonna fill in with some simple shapes. Lately I've been loving like these kind of leaves, I call them. That's not what I want to draw. And whole thing of these Draw With Me sessions is to keep it as simple as possible and just don't think too much. But just the goal is to get into drawing and just don't be left with a blank canvas. So we're just simply filling in those gaps. And here I'm not thinking too much, I'm just seeing the empty spaces here and just filling them in with whatever comes to mind. It feels really freeing to just don't pressure myself too much that it has to be a very beautiful artwork. And well, so beautiful is very subjective, of course, so let all those beliefs and opinions, let them all out of the window. What's next? So now I feel like I filled in like there's a whole lot going on here because I don't know, we'll see how it looks when we create the pattern. I still feel like here needs to be some kind of shape. So now we're gonna go back to the bigger butterfly to have him. There's this light here. Hope it's and we're doing that by duplicating this layer again, and we're gonna drag to the left and to the right. Again, we can draw something here, maybe nice, so we just group those layers and we'll have a shape here and maybe here a little one. Now I'd like to have the big butterfly in the middle, so we need to duplicate this layer again, drag it to the top and the other one to the bottom. So we have the butterfly back again, group the layers. And now we can create this little body here. I think the other one we draw some lines here as well, so we're gonna do that with this as well. I feel like before we're gonna make the pattern to see how it turned out, I'm gonna add some lines here as well, because I feel like there's too much going on the other places and there's not so much going on here, I feel, but we cannot know because we don't know how the pattern looks. This is one of the things I love about making this pattern, because it comes out differently than expecting while sketching this pattern. So we'll have a look. To check how this pattern will look, I always duplicate the layer and deselect it to make sure I have like a backup layer to come back to if I don't like things that I changed. So we're gonna duplicate 4 times and then we drag them to the center part of the canvas, and right away we can see how the pattern will look like. What do we think? There's a lot going on here. Maybe I feel like the big butterfly is a little bit too large in comparison to the small one. But that's okay. I mean, we're not here to make the best artwork yet. So totally okay. It has to be okay. Are we gonna have colors? That's the next question. I feel like one part that is missing on the butterfly is the empty spaces here. Yeah, so we're going back to the backup layer. We can delete these ones. And then we're going to fill this. I don't know how. I feel stuck right now, but we'll just... Maybe I don't like the line here too much, so I'm gonna erase this. But it's not really about erasing or doing things over, it's just more about being here and sketch and create, right? So yeah, we need a filling for this one, I feel, and then we're done for this one. I feel kind of stuck right now, so I just keep filling. Maybe add some color, because sometimes adding like another color or using the same color but using like less saturated, more saturated, or lighter, darker can be like, can add another touch. And we're just adding some shadow, feeling like shadow. Just to add some depth in this drawing, I feel. This may help you in the process of just keep sketching. I'm struggling a bit right now, right? Because I feel the pressure to create something beautiful, whatever beautiful means, right? I just want to show you that I'm struggling as well right now. And that's fine. I just keep adding some shadows or darker lines. So for the last time we can duplicate the layer and just go to the small butterfly to add some darker lines there as well. Let's see. And I already can see that this created something extra to the drawing. And that is enough, right? So just let's finish up those shadow parts, and then I think we're ready to reveal the final pattern. which I find always very exciting. Yeah, I think this is it. We duplicate it 4 times and have one backup layer deselected, and then we drag the layers to the center part of the canvas, and that is the final result. If you want to know how it looks like if it's even smaller, we can group the layers, duplicate it 4 times, or duplicate it 3 times, and you have 4 layers, drag it to the center, and here we are. I hope you found this video helpful or inspiring, or it helped you like sketching along. I really love making these videos. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you don't know what to draw and you haven't seen my previous video about drawing some lines and making faces, check out this video, and I'll see you in the next one.